How y'all doing? You hear me? My name is Officer JJ. I've been in the department, it'll be 9 years this year. Um, like my brother was talking about, me personally, I'm like him, I'm sick of all of the riffraff that's going on in our community. Being in a position of authority, I knew that I had the attention of the community, specifically the youngsters. I'm assigned to the Willie Mays Boys and Girls Club, where I deal with the youth on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. Been doing it for the last 6, 7 years. While doing it, I noticed a lot of things in the youth. Number one, like me growing up, I didn't know who I was, where I came from, or even my purpose in life. You know, I was just kind of going with the flow. I did not like the police growing up. I didn't really have too many encounters, but based on what I was told and what I've seen family members go through, I did not like the police. Ironic that I became one. But so before I became I was talked into becoming a cop. I wanted to be a sheriff, but I could not pass the test. It was more laid back. You know, everybody's confined, and I'm good, and I can get a decent check. That was my whole purpose, but I could not pass the test. I think I needed a 46 on my T-score. I got a 55.8, like barely missing it. And like it's not meant to be. And I used to meet every time I used to walk from the bar going home, I would run into this gentleman. His name is Eric Washington. He's actually a lieutenant in our department. And he used to always tell me, man, I used to do the sheriff. I was in the sheriff department. You should do PD. You should do PD. I'm like, all right, I ain't got nothing to lose at this point. Nothing else is working. So I kind of went through with it. And my whole goal while going through it was, okay, they finna pay me to go through it. I've never made no money like this. So I'm going to take my checks. I'm going to stack all my checks. And when I graduate, I'm going to quit. And I'm going to invest my money. That was my whole goal. But while I was actually in the academy, the light switch went off. I realized that being in a position of authority, I can actually make a difference. So fast forward into now, well, 4 years ago, like I said, I was at the Willie Mays Boys and Girls Club. I've taken kids outside of the city. We did whitewater rafting trips. We've went camping, deep sea fishing, hiking, all of these adventures. And the reason why I did that, a lot of our kids don't get out of their communities for obvious reasons. But it wasn't good enough. A young man that was dear to my heart, who I was mentoring, was found guilty of first-degree murder at the age of 14. And it did not sit right with me. And I actually I felt like I was responsible. I have to do more. What can I do to prevent this from happening again? So throughout that, I created an organization called Operation Genesis. It's a nonprofit organization. And right now, we currently have 3 programs. Our newest program is called Body Engineers, where I go to Log Cabin Ranch on Wednesdays, and we have a fitness program that we put the youngsters through. One of the leading causes of African-American death in African-Americans is heart disease, and a lot of it can be alleviated if we just eat right and exercise. So that's one of the things we emphasize in this program. The biggest thing that we do, or in the first program that I actually did, is taking kids from Bayview to Africa every year, Ghana. March 23rd, next month, will be our fourth trip to Ghana. And thank you. And the whole purpose of this trip was it's a journey to self-discovery. You know, you hear about stuff in the schools, certain things, not everything, but it's nothing like actually experiencing what it was like, or going and having that experience versus being told. So I said, they ain't really got off their neighborhoods good. Let's take them across the country. A lot of them never been on a plane, let alone left San Francisco. And the results have been phenomenal. Kids are coming back. We had dropouts. Kids dropped out of high school, actually enrolled back in school and graduated. The disrespect from the parents has went away. There's this village that we've created throughout this program. And the purpose of this village, it's a community, it's a village within a community. And in a village, when you go to Africa, everybody works together, right? So if everybody here got kids and I'm the police, and say she's an attorney and he's a doctor and he's a teacher, and you got kids and they having issues, we all come together and we come up with a solution to get our kids to where they want to be successful when they get older. And the results have been phenomenal. That's why we keep it going. I'll give you one story that actually, so initially it was supposed to be one trip. And one of the requirements was 2.0 GPA. You had to participate in a workshop prior to going. You had to write an essay, and you had to show up to all the meetings and appointments that we had. Well, this one young lady, after getting her passport, after getting their flights, which is not reimbursed, you can't get reimbursed for it, she decides to disappear. So I'm fine, I'm looking for her. She's not in school, calling her mom. She hasn't seen her, and this was going on for months. So about a month before we left, she comes back. She resurfaced. Hey, what's up, Jay? We still going to Africa? I'm like, yo, where you been? Like, one of the requirements is you got to have a 2.0. You're not even in school. Oh, I know, man. I'm going through some things, but it's all good. And so everybody like, yo, don't take her, don't take her. I said, I mean, it's already paid for. Who knows what this experience is going to be like? I know when I went for the first time, it was phenomenal. It changed my life. So we brought her on a trip. We get over there, and the experience was so impactful. She opened up and told us everything, how she dropped out of school. She came back from the trip, enrolled herself in school, and maintained a 3.66 GPA. So we like, yo, we got to keep this going. So this is our 4th year doing it, and the results has been phenomenal. And then our this third program is called the Youth Career Academy. Now, a few years ago, I had a conversation with a bunch of youth about the Michael Brown situation, Ferguson. And of course, nobody was happy with it. Cops ain't cool. Jay, I don't know why y'all doing that. And, you know, you racist and all of this stuff. I was getting all this for kids that I work with. So I'm just being quiet. And I got one question for all you guys. Y'all got, you know, you have an issue with it. What are you doing about it? Nobody said nothing. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to help them do something about the issues that they're facing? So through that, the Youth Career Academy came about. So this is something I send the kids through an entire criminal justice system in San Francisco in terms of the careers that it affords. 3 major things that we want to do in this program. We hit on a lot of things, but number 1, I want to educate kids on the law and their rights. Number 2, I want to educate them on the actual functionality of every career path in the criminal justice system. So we have the district attorney's office, we have the public defender's office, we have the superior courts, juvenile probation, police, sheriff, you name it, they're all in this program. And I want to inspire them to pursue careers centered around the criminal justice system because I believe, and from my experience, that if you have an issue with it, how about you pursue a career, get inside and and help change what you want to change. So put yourself in a position like I got tired of all the drama and everything being in the academy. I'm like, yo, if I get in this position and I can influence these youngsters to think differently, and maybe they can get in the same position and influence some more people, that can happen. And so it worked. And it's all like an expedition style of learning where they actually act out being a cop and a sheriff and all these things. And the kids, it went from, in the beginning, who liked the cops? Nobody. Why? Because 1, 2, 3. At the end, it's like, yo, I'm sorry. Hey, I want to be a cop. I want to make a difference. So it's actually working. And it's been so impactful that the school district got a wind of it, and I did a presentation not too long ago, and now they're about to implement it inside the school district. Our biggest problem is we have to pick which school, because it's like 4 or 5 schools that want it. So in a nutshell, that's my spiel. That's what I've been doing here in the Bayview. We have a website if you want to get more information, www.operationgenesisinc.org. It's a lot of information on there, contact information if you want to be a part. Like my brother said, we get together and make a difference. Thanks for having me.